In the quest to understand why some people live to 100 and beyond with remarkably low rates of chronic disease, the immune system stands out as one of the most revealing windows into the aging process. Long-lived individuals, such as the centenarians of Salento, Italy, appear to age differently at the cellular level, particularly in the function and regulation of their immune defenses. Far from exhibiting the chronic, low-grade inflammation typically associated with aging, a phenomenon known as inflammaging, these individuals display an immune profile that is not only better balanced but also strategically more effective. Their bodies mount robust antiviral responses while keeping destructive inflammation in check. This coordination of T cells, cytokines, and innate immune factors may be one of the key biological reasons why they remain largely free from the diseases that afflict most of their peers. In typical aging populations, immune function tends to decline in two ways. Adaptive immunity weakens, making infections harder to fight, and innate immunity becomes dysregulated, increasing systemic inflammation. This double burden contributes to a higher risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, dementia, and frailty. Yet in Salento centenarians, scientists have observed a very different pattern. These individuals appear to maintain a surprising level of immune competence, with T-cell populations that remain active, diverse, and responsive well into extreme old age. One of the most notable features of these immune systems is the sustained presence of naive and memory T-cells, which are essential for recognizing and responding to both new and previously encountered pathogens. In most people, these populations diminish significantly with age, as the thymus, the organ responsible for producing new T-cells, shrinks and becomes less active. But in centenarians, especially those in Salento, researchers have found a more stable pool of T-cells, along with signs of continued low-level thymic activity. This allows for ongoing immune surveillance and adaptability, reducing the risk of infection and supporting cellular repair. Moreover, the cytokine profiles of these centenarians suggest a finely tuned balance between pro- and anti-inflammatory signals. While some level of inflammation is necessary to defend against threats, chronic overproduction of inflammatory cytokines like IL-6, TNF-A, and CRP can accelerate tissue damage and age-related disease. In Salento's oldest adults, there appears to be a strategic shift away from these pro-inflammatory cytokines and toward increased levels of regulatory and anti-inflammatory signals such as IL-10 and TGF-SS. These molecules act as biological moderators, preventing the immune system from becoming hyperreactive and self-damaging, while still allowing it to respond effectively to real threats. In addition to their anti-inflammatory edge, these centenarians demonstrate enhanced antiviral defense. Recent research indicates elevated levels of interferon-related responses, part of the immune system's first line of defense against viral infections. This may help explain their resilience in the face of infections that typically pose serious risks to older adults, such as influenza or respiratory viruses. The interplay between interferons, natural killer cells, and adaptive T cells appears to be more synchronized in these individuals, reflecting a kind of immune intelligence that protects without overreacting. What drives this remarkable balance? While genetic factors undoubtedly play a role, lifestyle and environment are also crucial. Salento centenarians tend to live in low-pollution, low-stress environments, with nutrient-rich diets high in polyphenol, omega-3s, and fiber, components that are known to modulate immune activity. Olive oil, a staple of their diet, contains oleocanthal and hydroxytyrosol, both of which have documented anti-inflammatory and immunoregulatory properties. Daily physical activity, even if modest, enhances circulation and lymphatic function, supporting immune cell trafficking. Regular social interaction and emotional well-being may also reduce stress-related cortisol levels, which otherwise can suppress immune function over time. Interestingly, studies of their gut microbiome, a key regulator of immune health, show a more diverse and stable population of beneficial bacteria. This supports the idea that the gut immune axis plays a major role in maintaining systemic immune balance. Inflammatory signals from the gut can shape systemic immune responses, and the Salento diet, rich in fermented foods, legumes, herbs, and minimally processed ingredients, seems to foster a microbiota profile that promotes both resilience and repair. The immune systems of Salento's centenarians do not appear to be frozen in time, nor are they younger in the conventional sense. Rather, They reflect decades of subtle calibration, a lifetime of balanced exposure and recovery, supported by a way of life that minimizes stressors and nourishes core biological processes. Their immunity is not about invincibility, but about coherence, a coordinated, responsive, and self-limiting system that protects without overreaching. In the broader context of aging science, this model is deeply instructive. It suggests that longevity is not only about slowing decline, but also about maintaining balance. A well-regulated immune system is not just a defense mechanism, it is a central player in tissue regeneration, metabolic regulation, cognitive function, and even mood. The Silento experience points to an attainable goal, not immortality, but a longer life marked by vitality, clarity, and resistance to the diseases of modern aging. By studying these individuals and their immune blueprints, we move closer to unlocking strategies that could help more people age, not only more slowly, but more wisely.